at the camera.
Oh my god! Are we live? Are we live? Oh god!
Oh my God.
Oh
Look
Jesus!
at the camera. Wow.
Look at that camera or that camera?
That one.
That one?
The main.
No, I got it.
Oh,
I got
that one. Okay.
it. Done.
Holy heavens.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, what
Hype
a
tonight.
beautiful start today. We are hyped up. We are
That was a good one.
we're sheeshed out. Folks, it's episode 143 of the Producer Lounge.
Wow.
Whoop, whoop.
143.
And we have a special guest. But before I get to our special guest, just hang tight.
I'm good.
Put on your seatbelt.
Folks, if you don't know, this is the Producer Lounge. We're going to sit here and talk about music production. That's what we're going to do. You're welcome to hang out and ask questions in the chat.
Yeah.
And hit the sub and like button. And those to you who do, thank you.
Also, did you guys notice this random guy MG Dubs subscribed for 30 months?
Oh, my God.
It's been
Shout
30
out.
months.
Yeah, he's...
Jesus.
A legend
mind.
of the game.
Legend of the game.
Folks, our guest today, he is a wonderful man.
Yeah.
He's
Hung like a horse.
He's been around, hung as in his chops.
He likes,
yeah.
he likes
His
to hang
beats
out with
hang
horses.
low. Oh, yeah. Also that.
Yeah,
He
likes
has
to
hung with horses.
He
He's
has
hung with horses.
Yes. He's a bit of a cowboy. New Mexico born.
Patriot.
Goddamn patriot.
right.
Number one podcast guest as far as episodes attributed.
He
I think this is number 13 or 14.
He is an all-time legend
Oh,
here at the Producer Lounge and here at the Always 400 office.
who is it?
We always love when he comes around. He is just a professional upon professionals. He's big into and deep into the dojo,
Oh,
which is Il Gates' little producer community.
he
We did-
basically runs it now.
We definitely got, we got to talk about that, but go ahead.
We definitely have to?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got good things coming, folks, with this guest.
This guest who will be
all-
named eventually.
We'll get to him.
All-time most on the podcast, I think.
Yeah.
I think
This
you're
is
right.
like 13 or 14.
Like
times
I
you've been
said,
on.
he is
Yeah.
a legend
Yeah, legend of the show.
here in the Always 400 studios.
He was episode 69. He was episode 100.
And pre-confirmed for 420.
Yeah, and pre-confirmed
That's right.
6 years from now.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
We did make that deal, and now it is written
Written in
in
stone.
the VOD.
It
It
might,
is written.
it might be 421, though.
I know.
So,
right.
folks, I know you're all wondering, who is this guest? Who is
Who
this
is
mystery
it?
guest?
They definitely didn't read it in the title.
No,
or they
they
clicked on the video.
But, folks, it's...
You guys pre-name him?
It's Mimi XX. Welcome, buddy.
course.
Welcome
That's
back.
incorrect. It's Any Heights. folks.
Any Heights.
We have Any Heights on the show today.
Oh, my God. And thank you. That was the Producer Lounge. See you
Thanks,
next
guys.
week, guys.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
We're out of here. We're getting really good about getting through this time, you know?
So, guys, what I wanted to talk about today,
Okay. Music production?
yeah, I want to hear
Okay.
your guys' thoughts.
I think I had more to
On-
say about introducing him, though.
No,
But you know what?
I
Go
think-
ahead. Fine.
Okay, all right.
I'll live.
Oh, well, he'll be on again probably.
That's true.
420.
At least, at least.
We will guarantee you he will at least be here on 420
Yeah.
again.
See you soon.
Episode 420, though. So 6 years from now, he'll be on.
Yes, 5 or 6 years, whatever it is.
Something like that.
Y'all do the math.
Who knows? We might do more.
Yeah, this could be our last
We
one,
can ramp up.
We could ramp up.
or we could do more.
3 podcasts a day. We could manage that. I feel.
So back to what I was saying here.
Yeah.
To get the podcast rolling. I wanted to see your guys' thoughts on any particular topics that you wanted to talk about today.
Wow. Throwing the ball in our court. I love it.
Is that really what you've been waiting to say this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt great.
So proud of yourself, huh?
Just go ahead and dish that out.
Um,
So what do you guys got?
I am coming to terms with the powerful use of simple waveforms in my production. It's so nice.
Simple
It's
waveforms.
so nice. Yeah. You get a cleaner tone, you get a stronger tone. If you're using square waves, you get a louder tone in a way. I always thought you needed some cool ass glork glunk wavetable with all the weird harmonics and all the movement. And I would throw all the phasers on it and freeform
LFOs on the
phases.
wavetable.
Yeah, just all the because I was like, I don't want it to be stagnant. I have to make everything move all the time, nonstop.
You do.
In a way, you do, right? But there's a maturity in finding how to make it move and how to make it not just sound like a phasing nightmare the entire time, you know?
Sure.
And I'm starting to get there, I think.
Nice.
What have you been
getting better.
exploring?
Honestly, just playing with saw waves. I've been having a blast just playing with saw waves and simple filters like a bandpass. And it's insane how much you can do with that. Just a saw wave, bandpassing, and pitching. And you can get fucking a library of tones at your disposal.
Like a notch.
A notch.
You've always been good at pitching.
Oh, yeah, not bandpass. Oh, no, bandpass, not a notch. Notch dips, right? Bandpass is the, bandpass.
Are you only doing like
pushing.
like squeezing?
Yeah.
Like squeezing resonances and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, little formanty.
Yeah.
Little
Saw is
formanty
good for
boys.
that.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I like a saw on a saw.
Oh, that saw, dude.
I like a saw and then like
Saw, dude.
another
saw,
saw.
dude. You like a saw on your saw, dude? Shit. dude.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I fucking right, me too. Shout out
Getter.
Getter.
Yeah.
That was
Thank
Getter.
you.
And Nick Coletti,
Yep.
which I think he's making music now or something. He's kicking it with like Dylan Francis.
He's been making music for quite a few years.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's the other
Friend
guy.
of
He is
Getter.
the other guy who started Sudude.
Yeah.
So Sudude was Getter and Nick Coletti, which is
Yeah.
like Getter's best friend of that time period.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they're still friends. I don't know. But
Whoa,
Could be.
throwing shade. Aznadel
we know
live.
we know Getter's a bit of an emotional cat,
Yeah.
which respect.
Yeah,
whatever.
respect.
yeah.
Be emotional. We're artists and shit. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Anyway,
Anywho.
was I just making a joke or did I have a point to make?
Well, we said saw, dude, and you said stacking saws.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was a point.
I watched a tutorial the other day on making like drum and bass. Shout out, what's his face?
Love that guy. What's his face is dropping heat lately.
That's a good name.
He's made a bunch of fucking
Honestly, what's his
tutorials on
face is-
everything
Yeah.
for a long, long time. It's not the excellent guys.
Zen World.
Zen
World?
Zen
Yeah.
World. It was a Zen World video.
First try.
Beep, beep.
He's
Beep, beep.
nailing the shit out of everything because he's not doing a tutorial about like one specific bass. He's like, here's 6 different ideas for how you make these basses and just doing like the basic, just the initial thing that you do before you do a bunch of fucking ridiculous effects
Mm-hmm.
and you finesse it.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? Or what did he do?
A lot of those drum and bass basses were like a saw. It was just a oscillator and then one that's like 4 it's like 4 octaves up with like a 7 up more than
Oh,
that
nice.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like
7 semitones.
yeah, it's just with the 5th
Mm-hmm.
up
The fifth.
high.
And
Yeah.
they're stacked.
Wait.
Or what?
So
yeah,
you,
they're just stacked next to each other.
an octave up, but an octave up plus 5 semitones.
Like
to
maybe
get the
like
fifth.
2 or 4 octaves up.
Okay,
3.
but through the 5th. So it's a 5th of multiple octaves up.
Yeah. 7
Understood.
semitones up.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've
Close to
been
fifth.
playing with that a bunch lately too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Just adding the one oscillator to give you that whatever the frequency up there that you
Right.
want is.
Right. To give you the basically a chord.
Right. Yeah.
Essentially a chord.
That's sick.
Or a harmonic if you want to like depending on what you're
No,
doing.
I'm a
there.
piano player. So
You play piano, dude?
yeah, I
Play
play
piano.
Victor gets that joke.
I don't get that.
What do you do that a lot, Caleb? When you're making basses, do you put up like an up high secondary
play piano. Yes, I what I do is I
Yas.
finesse Yas.
Not FM.
Yas. So just wait.
Okay.
Just wait for this one.
Maybe a little bit of both, everybody.
Just
Oh.
give it 1 second. I got something for sale. No. I'm glad you asked, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
I finesse the volume on oscillator B. That's up 2 octaves and whatever. Sometimes you can do 9. Whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of times 8 will also hit a harmonic just and
Octaves?
just sing. No, 8 on
Okay.
the
8 semitones.
Oh, semitones.
semis.
I was like, dude,
yeah.
you're sending
Was that a
it.
flat 7?
8.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that is.
Okay. 8 can be saucy sometimes.
Right. Or 6, you like just, toy around. But
Yeah.
the volume of that oscillator and then also the amount it's FMing oscillator A. So you sit there and tweak both those things until it sings. Until it's like, until it just does the
Yeah.
thing.
You
need.
definitely
That's a-
want it to start singing.
Right.
Want it to sing.
And yeah, so you combine the FM with the volume of it. Like you juice in some of that FM'd or the FM root, basically. It's dick root. You juice it in a little bit.
I can talk some more. Victor, do you have anything to say?
I've literally never done that, so I'm just listening.
Really?
Let's go. Let's go.
So-
No, you guys
I'll do
are
an
you guys
example.
are you guys are smarter than me on this category. Like usually what I do is I just make like one womp and then I send it through an AI
You
thing
get
to make the
crazy.
second womp.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been doing a lot of that.
There you go.
doing a lot of that.
I mean, get with the times, right?
That's kind of sick as fuck. AI will give you a weird thing.
So
Yeah.
It won't be normal.
speaking of, if you need me to talk, which I can do, I was interested in
I don't need you to talk. I just was
Being
you know,
polite.
No, it's
just like you just been sitting there the whole time. So
because I'm interested. Where I'm just like 6 and 9ths and 17ths.
I know, that's
and
weird.
shit.
I just had-
He's
Yeah.
listening to the podcast.
yeah, I had another thing to say, and then I was like, I want to know if Victor has anything to say. Right
Dude, the AI.
yeah. What is the AI thing you've been fucking with?
So I send, dude,
Welcome back.
I feel embarrassed to say it. I literally have been doing this, so I'll just make like, I'll just make a pattern. I'll just make a pattern of like bass sounds, and then I'm just sending it through like the Simplant like resampler.
Oh
thing.
hell yeah!
Or I'm
hell
doing. I
yeah.
got that new one from Incanti as well. I forget what it's called.
Oh,
but
did you?
Yeah.
The one that like dropped like 4 days ago or something?
Yeah. Wait, maybe.
How's that?
Wait, what is it?
What is it? How is it?
I don't know if I've learned to explore it properly. It's not as good as Simplant to me, but I'm using it for a pretty specific purpose, right? Like
Simplant is sick as fuck. It's really really good.
I'm not using it. And dude, I don't consider myself a technically sound like synthesizer, right? Like
Sure.
I think I'm good at arrangement and everything like that. So I literally use these to. Are you looking for the Incanti one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just type in Incanti AI VST.
Oh
and
yeah,
it'll pop
yeah,
up.
it's a good call.
And it's not my favorite one for the needs that I have, but that's kind of been. Yeah, I'm not tuning shit up to 9ths anymore. I just kind of just send it through that.
Did I spell it right?
And then like chop it
Yeah,
up.
Spelled
that's
AI,
spelled right. It would almost be fun to
Gumroad, that might
make
be
a
it.
really weird
Same
FM
thing.
patch in Serum that's like non-typical, like using 9ths or some like weird inharmonic and then sending it through AI and having it try to like tune it. I wonder if that would do anything weird or fun that would just kind of
Check it X.
Give it something
Check
different.
X, yeah.
I just like options, right? It's the same
He's
as like
gotta
using
be
Splice to
promoting
me.
it.
So like I just want something that gives me options and I'll choose whatever
fuck
one's like
X.
best out of like those.
Yeah.
And then really what I'm looking for is a juxtaposition of sounds, right? I'm looking for just this is actually something interesting if you guys want to like nerd the fuck out, which I think we do on this podcast.
let's go, baby.
So like really all I'm looking for in like my songs these days when I'm writing especially is I'm just trying to sequence patterns. I don't care about tonality too much. I definitely kind of like want a tonality that gets me enthusiastic about like going forward and making something.
Yeah.
But I just want a pattern more so than I care about the sound.
Yep.
And then once I have a shit ton of patterns, I'm just resampling those patterns into variations through either like weird VSTs like Portal, Thermal, these weird AI variations to just get variations of patterns. And I found that like searching for the patterns for me has led to like a faster workflow in terms of writing the music than as opposed to like synthesizing the sounds. Because I have so many tools to like make these fucking crazy sounds for me now. Where it's just like, all right, I can just feed these patterns and then like I just feed them randomness and then that'll generate like the weird tonality that I want.
Preach.
And that's kind of been what I've been super hyped about now if I'm going to take a tangent at the first quarter of the episode.
Sure. That's a good tangent.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun ways to just produce random rhythms for yourself. I got in a little phase with that where I was trying to like, I don't know, just almost like mud pieing rhythms for yourself just to be like, oh, okay, yeah, there's like the little do 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 do. Like I'll just take that and then I'll like do some sound design around that and then build like the riff around that little concept. But it might not have been something I would have on my own just done that specific rhythm. But then you hear it in your little like rhythm session and you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of sick. Let's see what we can do with that.
I completely agree. For like the music I'm trying to make too, I just find that writing like patterns and sending that through like things that I find that pattern development is better in the songwriting process for me specific. It seems like it's more important than sound design necessarily. I think like arrangement, pattern development, and like movement is kind of the strong suit of what makes a song hit for me. So I'm kind of more interested in generating sequencing and interesting development within the song than I am necessarily the noises, because I know the tools that I have available these days will get me the noises that I want eventually.
Yeah, dude, that's something I've always respected about guys like Tipper, where it's like it's a good riff, like it's just a concept of like a little like phrase, you know? But then he's managed to like take these insane sounds and make them work in context and have it feel natural and flow with the song. But it's still just like doing this very simple riff the whole time. Like I love that concept where once you get like that foundation, the songwriting side of things, like then it's just how do you want to approach this now? Do you want to get squonky with it? You want to get squishy? Do you want to get deep dubby? You want to go gabber?
Dang.
Do you want to do a 4K sine wave at 100 decibels? You can do it.
You want to pitch it up 17 semitones?
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you spell this AI plugin?
I cannot find it. Do you have any idea what it's called?
Encanti?
Go to his Instagram. That might
Maybe
be a better way to find it.
Zebler and
Oh,
Canty?
it's that one?
Zebler and Canty's two people, and Canty's its own person.
Yeah.
Zebler.
Okay.
But just go to.
It's not both of them doing it?
Just go to his Instagram. That's going to be the best way to
It's
find
funny
it.
that his Instagram does not just pop up there.
I know, right?
Yeah, that'll be it. And then it'll definitely be in like the plugins, data mined audio. And again, I haven't had as much success with this one. Is like there's a lot of things that'll generate like randomness. Not randomness, that's the wrong word. There's a lot of things that'll generate content from input content that
I
you
was
feed
seeing something about this today.
Yeah, and I haven't had that much success with this one. This one's even a crazier concept. Everybody should watch it. We can go into the whole episode about
AI
it if you want.
style
I'm down.
transfer audio plugin.
Yeah.
Damn.
What the combo?
We're gonna have to
Bulator.
bring this back up soon
Bulator.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
'Cause
Combobulator.
I want to go play with this thing.
So it's interesting. I don't
possible.
I use it. It's not, you guys are like more synthesis oriented than I am. Like personally, like I'll shove shit through these generators to splat out like content that I'll sample as opposed to like making a noise.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a sick way to approach it these days.
They used an AI image to make
Yeah,
that.
right.
Yeah, he's like not even
Totally
looking at
an
it.
AI person. Right
He's,
there.
Like,
he's
look at the
thinking about how
keyboard.
sick.
Look at that.
Also, look at the speaker in
Anybody
the
with
back.
that jawline
What is that
having some
speaker?
issues.
Yeah.
Well, that's a camera.
Guaranteed for an AI generated
Right,
plugin.
Oh, it
that's
is
an
a camera.
AI generated person
Pointed
and
at
an
the
AI generated
screen.
speaker. It has to be.
They're like streamer.
All right, hang on. Let's watch this short video
The
here.
UI
Okay.
looks really
All right.
nice.
All right.
Give us a
Fuck
full
yeah.
screen.
This is a 400 reacts to your plug-in video.
When it goes through the neural networks, it comes out on the other side sounding like it was made with lots of layers, lots of samples, like more produced music. We're not just trying to replicate the sounds of old. We're trying to really go after these new kinds of sounds.
I don't even know what we're listening to right now.
I don't know either. I don't even know how it works.
Which
kinda cool.
are we just playing a track through it?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
What you to do is essentially play the artist's brain.
Wait, are we watching a documentary right now?
It's
I mean, it's a minute and 30 seconds.
Right, but just like this
Isn't
gal
that
in her living room.
Dude, she produces some heat.
I've
Wait till you see
I know her
That'd be
shit.
hilarious. That'd be
Her
hilarious.
shit is
Industry
hot.
for music producers to make income on the AI that is trained on their likeness. So we like to think that we're doing like farm to table AI.
farm to
Ethically
table.
sourced AI.
I can explain that a bit more after.
EarCam, Edinburgh University, Edinburgh Innovations, Creative Informatics, and Innovate UK, without whom we would not be here.
That gal's a nerd,
Oh yeah.
right?
Is that his
She probably
wife?
knows
be a
more
big
about
nerd.
production than all of us.
Is that his wife?
So I can explain a
I
little.
assume it's like one of the developers.
yeah.
That's like a co. I
That
want to
lady?
say like CEO or something like that, right? In conjunction of like a couple people. That's like the team that make the Combobulator. I can explain it a little bit better than that video did, though. So essentially, what they're doing is these panels on the left. If you scroll up,
Oh, Entangled Mine? What?
yeah. So yeah, scroll up there. So do you see?
Hang on,
No,
let me
go-
get a good image here. Hang on. Why is it moving so slow now?
You don't want that stud in the background?
No.
What's up, stud?
I learned what stud means the other day. TikTok.
those panels
You
on
don't
the
want to know.
Those
Oh,
panels
yeah.
on the left are essentially, yeah, you get it. So do you see those 4 little boxes on the left? Those are essentially like a data set of different artists, kind of discographies and like sounds and sample packs. One of the ones that initially drew me to this is like Woolg is one of the initial data sets that they drew like samples and like sound design and like a data set from.
That's like the algorithm,
That's
the
whatever they
library.
call it in AI terms.
Yeah, so an algorithm is
It's like
you
it's
can
the
think of it that way.
model.
It's really like
It's the model.
it's a data set, right? So like, yeah, it's the model that they're pulling information from.
Right.
Within all this information on the side, though, you can essentially feed it an input signal, and then it's influenced from the data set that whatever artist that you're feeding it, like the model from,
Right.
will then output. It doesn't have as much configuration and control as you would like necessarily like, and I don't mean to overhype this. I just think it's in its early stages. But like
Sure.
one of the things you can do with like all these automations and everything, like dry wet's going to be the easiest example, is if you assign the wet control to 100%, the input signal is 100% being influenced by the data set of whatever algorithm or model that you're feeding it from on the left.
Yeah.
So you're essentially getting like these data sets and these models that are influenced from your own input material by these various artists. So when they say farm to table, when you buy like the data set from Woolg, Woolg's getting a percentage of that payment. When you're getting it from like Zebler and
it's sick.
Canty.
That's cool as fuck.
So it's an interesting concept. Again, this is in its very early stages, and it doesn't quite have the utilization that like I'm looking for necessarily, because I'm trying to feed it like a kick drum and then ship me out like 1,000 kick drums that sound the same, right?
Kind of like
Right.
that, yeah.
It's not it's not like the best one, but it's the early stages of that, and that's kind of like what I've been interested in exploring, because what I really
Let's go.
want is just like workflow enhancements, and I love Woolg's music, and I think his sound design is top notch, and I think he's
It's
amazing.
insane.
So it's just like I like kind of influencing this stuff through, and that's where they get like the
Purchasing
influence,
it.
right? You're like sending input signal, and you're essentially like sending it through these data sets, and we're in the early stages now, but like over the next 10 years, right, these data sets might be able to sense like what you're feeding it, and it's just like, oh, bass signal, let's just reference like the bass signal like territory, and it's just,
It fully will.
yeah. So to me, that's what's really cool. I don't synthesize too much these days. I kind of just throw this shit through that stuff.
That's going to be an old person thing in the coming years.
I think it's cool to
Oh,
listen to
you
you guys talk about
synthesize?
It's
it.
an artisan. It's an artisan thing.
So I think
That's why we'll always be here. Producer's Lounge.
It's also taste for arrangement,
Producer
right?
Lounge.
It goes
Sorry.
back to the arrangement. I think there's a lot of skill that goes into like arranging and composing a song because it's not just about the noises, right? It's about
for sure. For sure.
I think the only thing that gives a song like anything worth its weight is like the arrangement and literally the arrangement, right? Like how it works together as like a composition. It's not like the noises. Like there's noises that I think are cool, but there's nothing that I hang on to through that. So there's just another
you can
tool.
get as nerdy as you want about any of the things and make music.
Ass
Yeah.
nerdy.
You can be less nerdy as well. Less nerdy or ass work nerdy.
Ass nerdy.
I went hard with that. Thank you guys for listening.
Dude, this is sick. I'm definitely gonna look into this more. And Canty is like one of the perfect guys to be doing something like this.
Yeah.
Because he's such
Totally.
a sound design head, you know?
So in all fairness though, I think Simplant does it the best. This one's a cool
Yeah.
idea, which I was hoping would do better. And it's still in like its beta phase, right? Like you can buy it as like a beta tester right now. So this is not the original version that they're gonna even like necessarily take to market. They're not restricting people from the beta test, but like it has development to be had for sure. But it's a cool idea and kind of like how I've been focusing, especially my synthesis because they're two separate sessions to me, right? Like when I'm writing a song, I don't necessarily like need to work on synthesis level stuff, and I find tools like this helpful while I'm writing specifically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I want to just like fucking squeak out or squelch out or squish out a synth, like you said.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Give me some squishies, Vic.
Yeah, the Synplant does such cool shit with them.
Simplant's the best one, dude.
It
like,
does so cool.
If I'm gonna
So
recommend
cool
one,
stuff. I haven't had it
Yeah.
for a good minute
Me
here,
neither.
so I haven't been fucking with it.
We all went hard for a sec,
just-
though.
Yeah,
dude, just-
we made tunes, and then like I have a tune that has a bunch of Synplant shit on it, and I'm like, well,
You
I
can't
don't
go back.
own it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't purchased it.
oh, dude, make dummy emails.
But
You gotta make
know,
dummy
I'm a
emails.
poor boy.
Oh,
I got
shit.
dummy emails, son.
Oh, you've been
Pro tip
re-upping
right
that
here.
shit.
Folks, we do not condone his activities.
I do.
I do as well, actually.
Also, freeze and flatten.
Freeze and flatten.
Freeze
Yeah,
and flatten
a lot
if
of
it's gonna
that,
be a
lot
weird
of
one.
that.
But when
or
you start
if you're in Bitwig,
Just bounce it constantly.
yeah, bounce it.
when you start making money from your music, though, support these companies. Though you can do it.
Yeah,
We can all do
you
it.
You can
He's-
make
he's right.
money on music. Yeah, you can do it.
You can do it.
Sure.
That's why we're here.
Give it a
folks.
shot. Give it a shot. Try and make some money on music, motherfucker.
That's why we're here. We're gonna teach you to make bangers.
Yeah.
I'll just
Come
go.
on.
I'll go hit up Amoeba. Have them teach me the ways.
Right.
Start a lo-fi project.
It's a cool idea, though, right? Like the VST
is.
itself. It's like an interesting idea.
The UI looks great too.
I'm curious.
Thank God.
I'm curious. I would like to fuck with it.
Play with it. They have like demo sets and everything. It's not all the way there for me. I feel like it's better content for like full loop kind of stuff. Whereas again, I'm trying to use it as like
Interesting.
a
Full loop
track level
kinda
thing,
stuff.
right? Like I want to use it on just a bass. I don't. But I think it's the beginning of like, oh, this is gonna be contact libraries. You feed it like very personalized like contact libraries.
Exactly.
I can see that.
Yeah, it would be cool to have a piano sound that you're using in Ableton, like the piano preset in Ableton,
Right.
and then you just play that. It's like a sampler or whatever, and then you play that, and then it could turn it into like concert piano or like whatever version of. Like it just uses AI to make whatever other kind
Or
of
like-
version. of
Yeah.
Maybe it takes the piano and turns it into a piano.
Oh, piano.
it. Dude. It could take the piano and turn it straight up into a piano, dude.
You guys are crazy.
You get like
You
a
guys are crazy.
you get a Beethoven sample and throw in like a little loop of his, and it gets like that exact tone for your piano. And you're like, oh, right.
You wonder. Oh my gosh,
What?
Say it.
I'm gonna ramble. You guys got to take it over.
Now ramble, send it, buddy. Send it.
Tape it over.
I think. Have you? I was listening to Ganja White Knight's newest album, and I'm convinced that they used all the MIDI from like a Beethoven track to make all of the orchestra pieces. I hear it. Like, have you
What?
ever listened to a song and you're just like, you start humming another song in your head?
Yeah.
I heard all of that, and I'm just like, that would make so much sense if they just took all the MIDI, right? Like they just take all the MIDI and then
Yeah,
they
it's out
assign
there.
it. And then
Yeah.
exactly, it has to be programmed
Oh, yeah.
in. Guaranteed, like some college student has programmed all that MIDI in.
Every instrument.
And then they just resend it through Contact, chopped up as MIDI, and then they're
student.
rearranging it in that sense. And I fucking love Ganja White. I don't mean this is a knock. It's a
No,
brilliant
no.
technique. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
cool.
like, but I'm just like, oh, there's cool ways to use technology to do stuff like that, and like that's kind of what I'm more interested in my own music because I'm not that good at
I
chords.
fucking love that move.
yeah.
I love them. It's
Honestly.
it's like sampling in a way. It's
Yeah,
like
and it's not.
MIDI sampling. You're like sampling the songwriting.
Yeah. It'd be really fun to do that with all your own fun noises.
Exactly.
Like, I would like to make like.
Jersey.
I always
Club,
think about like
Beethoven.
making like a kind of a belly like Rhodes kind of a tone of a synthesizer sound, like a single like ding, like or whatever ringing out or whatever.
Sure.
And then apply it many times over to create like chords, but have them all kind of like be slightly different.
Okay.
I
do-
like that idea. Like one's wide, one's super mid.
But
There's
not,
probably a
but
few
not
mid,
mid.
ones.
Yeah.
There's probably a few mid ones though.
Yeah, there's probably.
I'm not the
mid.
best.
Some
fucking
mid ones.
Synthesis.
I do think that MIDI is underutilized, especially what you can get from it. Like for me, I work in Ableton, right? So like one of my favorite like MIDI packs is like you go through KJ Saka has like a free Ableton like MIDI pack of just his percussion. So you sign that to another drum rack that you made. It has velocity sensitivity, which is missing from like a lot of electronic production,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's no velocity.
Oh yeah.
Which is fine, but it's just like it's these things where you think they're difficult where I really think these past things are just getting like repurposed and reran through these things and then reused in a different way.
Yeah.
Preach.
Right. 100%.
Amen.
Yep. It's just you're copying it, which feels easier than if you were to sponge the information through listening to it a whole bunch of times and then recreate it.
Right.
Like you copying it, you're like, I'm cheating. I don't have to listen to this 5,000 times in order for it to just exude out of me,
You see,
Right,
do you,
which is kind of nice.
do you feel that way? Because like to me, we're just like, dude, I'll never dedicate my life to drums the same way that KJ Saka was, or to have his velocity
No.
sensitivity and like and everything.
I'm not. I'm
programmed
saying it's a
into
good thing.
Yeah, I don't just like think you're not saying that, but it's just like that's. I don't like the mindset of necessarily like thinking where it's like cheating, where it's just like, oh no, to me it's like giving you the biggest shout out. You're the shit, and I used it. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not. I'm not hiding it. You know, like oh,
Well, that's why I feel like it's cheating though, because I'm using the fucking dopest shit.
yeah, it's like
right.
dude,
It's like some really fucking good shit, and I know about it. That's where it's not cheating. I know about it. You know,
Right.
exactly.
like
It's,
you
it's your
figured out
taste,
that
right?
it exists,
and how
and
you
you enjoy it. So yeah,
and how you implement it into a song, and like everything is like your own personal taste, and that's
Sure.
what like I don't think AI can do for like
Totally.
people.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's gonna be capable of making good music, but it's just like, oh, this person is fucking cool because they chose to do it.
because of what they
Yeah.
like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like their
100%,
personal
right?
taste.
Yeah, because I like the way they make music.
Yeah, that person's cool. That person dresses cool. That person skateboards.
which
cool.
back
like,
in
they
the
do
day
Yeah.
is just
Their
called a
style
band.
is sick.
Yeah,
Like-
that was just called a band.
Yeah.
You know, back in
one.
the day, it was just a band. Like the drummer played like the drummer plays.
Yeah.
Like
And also back in the day, you know, the 80s, 90s, late 80s, early 90s, when people were starting to sample, people were saying like, "Oh, you're just stealing from a track. You're not writing."
Right.
And then hip hop blows up, and then, you know, plenty of years later, we get something like Splice, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're not making the sounds. Like, there's a bunch of loops. Everything's pre-made.
Yeah.
Now you're cheating. Like, not as cool anymore." And then now it's acceptable more or less. And then
Right.
we're almost hitting another phase, like this AI phase, where we're just repeating the past again. Where it's
Wow.
gonna
but
start
it's
off.
not the same.
No.
It's not the
This-
same,
This
but it's
time
a
it's
similar.
not the same.
Either way, every single time isn't the same, but it all goes back to the first guy who drew a mountain
On a
and-
cave
and,
wall.
and was like, "Check this out," and he's like, "Yeah, but fucking make the mountain, you pussy." You know, it's like it doesn't actually exist.
So deep, bro.
All art is coded in
It all
imitation.
came from a dick pic.
Yeah, yeah.
A little dick drawing on the wall.
It all comes from caveman.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, all
Actually-
comes from cum.
Fun fact: the first ever cave painting that they discovered,
Yeah,
some dude's dick.
it was
He
a
just
dick.
drew his
It was
dick.
like, obviously, it was just a fucking dick.
It actually looked
Caleb's just like, let me take a note.
pretty similar to
Googling this later.
It did look like that, folks.
Yeah.
Is this what you guys
He
do?
wa-
This is what you
It's the most symmetrical, big, bald dick.
He wasn't the best artist. It's okay. This is a replica of his first cave wall
Or,
painting.
you know, when we were coming...
That's pretty meta, honestly, compared to the first cave painting.
That's true. But
It's not a bad dick either.
if you think about it, if we were coming out
Circumcised?
of being monkeys, like a gorilla, they have small dicks but big balls. And big balls are the sign of masculinity in those larger apes. So it makes sense.
Is that what you tell the missus?
Yes, that's exactly how I explain it.
Very nice, Vic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Um,
this is the Producer Lounge podcast, sponsored by
so,
something.
one last topic.
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
By Blue Chew.
One last topic.
You just asking for one?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
I don't have one.
Okay, now go ahead. Mine's kind of lame, but
Okay.
I'm pumped on it. But go
All right,
ahead.
if yours is lame,
We can-
I'll go with mine.
We
Okay.
could,
Caleb and I have been talking about using noise and bit crushing
You.
plus distortion
Oh.
at the end of our bass sounds. And we've been having some. I assume you're doing it, and I don't know. I'm doing it at the end. I will just fuck with my bass sound until it sounds really good. I'll use Shaper Box to do some noise, like erosion, essentially.
yeah.
And then you could pick all sorts of different kinds of noises. And you can adjust how quickly it comes in and out based on the noise that's going into it, the bass sound that's going into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get a little bit of that going, a little bit of just
A little har- Gotta have that.
whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw a little, for us, it's a Bit-8,
On
which
Bitwig.
is a Bitwig plugin. And it has more than just bit crushing, and I'm not always using bit crushing necessarily. But it does some crunching to it, and then running that into a fucking tube distortion. Goes nasty.
Getting some sauce?
Gets nasty.
Yeah, let me see if I
Bit
can
crush,
pull up.
though?
Let me see if I can pull up
Dude.
an example.
I have a tough time with Bit Crush. And every time...
Well, Bit-8 is not like your average bit crusher.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how to relate it to
Yeah,
anybody
it's-
that's not in Bitwig.
it's got like
Okay.
a noise. It's got a noise generator on it too, but it's like generating from the sound. I don't know if this is going to be the track or not.
It fucking sings.
Yeah,
Let's
it'll,
go.
it'll like grab some weird things and make some fun sounds.
Mm.
Let's
That's a hi-hat.
sorry for the dead air there, folks. Oh, we were grabbing
Oh, yeah.
hi-hats.
Check out the YouTube video if you're
No, those are
or Spotify video if you're trying to see this shit.
might not even be in the song.
I mean, you could just
Yeah.
look at the
Right
this
there.
one.
Okay, so if we go into this one and we turn this Bit-8 right here.
Yeah, you got rid of your noise.
No,
You had some going, but it's not on.
Yeah, is it in here? Weird.
It's a pretty clean sound, though.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, you hear that? Okay, yeah, no. So here's the noise,
Oh, okay, it's after.
and then here's the bit 8 that's doing the grabbing. Hey. So that little nerd, it's just like this off zero quantize that it's doing is fucking just. It like
This is
makes
not
it
how I've
sound
been
like a
doing
guitar.
It's got a little weird, like, lingering bit on it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
fun. That's super fun. Yeah, I've been cranking the gate.
The gate is also very exciting.
And doing some fun things with that. Like, if you crank the mix, you'll hear it way more.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This gate does crazy shit.
Mm.
Yeah, it's great.
It's not necessarily hitting right now.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it's a weird
Yeah, it's a
sound,
different thing.
But it basically is gating really, really fast. So you're getting like a, but it's like turning into like static.
Okay.
Um,
Ultra flutter.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how you would make like a gatey thing like that on just like any old thing. Because it is just kind of, it starts to... And like,
right, and then it
as soon as you pull it all the way up, it just disappears.
Huh.
So it'll be like heavy, and then it'll not be so heavy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, I have some
Also,
song that
sidebar,
utilizes that.
It blows my mind not seeing numbered project files. Project files that just exist in a void of just
What?
randomly.
These don't exist in a void.
It is a void.
No, it's not. Look. Bitwigs projects, 2001,
Yeah, we
22, 23, 24.
we save them
Whole
in folders
year's worth?
by year.
It's
and
all
month.
in months.
Oh, you go by month.
yeah.
Wow.
I do that too.
Interesting.
you got-
I do it because John does it, and he set that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do it, and I can
great.
keep track of
You're
like
better than me.
what's nice. What's nice about this is I can then see the trends of when I'm producing like
Yeah.
Oh, that's
8 or
fun.
9 tracks a month versus like 2 or 3.
True.
Oh,
Which is pretty fun.
Let's
that's
go to your
interesting.
slowest month. Let's find that one. What happened? let's go.
I'm pretty sure it's usually
That's when
the-
Caleb met
the-
his girlfriend.
like the
That
fall.
was the
Ouch.
slowest month.
Ouch.
Well, yeah, we can't go back that far. That's bias.
Yeah.
June only has 2. July has 3.
Oh, I mean, November is when you got your fleshlight. That was probably a pretty slow
Yeah.
month.
Bringing back flashlights here on
Actually,
Always
The
400.
spring
Let's
is,
go.
or the fall
The
is pretty
producer
strong.
lounge.
November dies. December's okay. January's
It's
okay.
random as fuck. I mean, maybe it's not, but you're gonna need quite a few more years to. Really
Yeah, I
figure
would need
that
an
out.
Excel
Yeah.
spreadsheet, and I would have to like
Yeah.
plot them all out.
It would be kind of fun to
It'd
like,
be fun to make a graph.
Yeah, make a graph, like find the average of what you're doing a month.
right.
That would be.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
yeah. Also, it will definitely depend on the person because at some
Yeah.
point there's a lot of false negatives in there. Some people probably be
Mm.
saving lots of tunes, whereas other people, if it's not working, it's just deleted.
Yeah, right. It's
just
for sure.
gone.
For sure.
I definitely have a lot of fun with projects and just don't save them.
Yeah.
There's too
Yeah,
many
same.
already. I
I've
think that takes from
never-
like a stockpile though. Like once you
Yeah.
guys have been making music, which I know all you have for like many years, it's just like, all right, was this project that's like we spent 20
Do
minutes
I
on?
need to save this?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, dude, I got
Yeah.
shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I was
Yeah,
telling Caleb, I just had my project. You saw it like the other week. It was like 5 different tabs because you could open multiple projects in Bitwig at the same time.
it's true.
That all just said new. And then I got to the last one and I was like, this one's sick. And then I just deleted all the other ones.
Yeah,
Didn't save
you're like,
any of
fuck them.
They all had fucking beats and shit and interesting things happening.
See, I
I did save a couple mud pies.
That's fair.
Nice. Yeah.
I could get not wanting to keep the project if it does just suck, but not saving the entire time you're writing terrifies me.
Right. That's
fucked. You're living on the edge.
If you're stoned enough, though, you can easily just kind of cruise.
yeah.
And then you're just like,
3 hours in, you're like, oh.
oh, yeah.
Here's our pointer. Smoke some weed.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go. You won't have to worry about that anymore.
Something that does suck, though, since I'm the fucking only dude in the crew that numbers, is like, I would be curious just for fun to see, like, what your guys' number would be. Like, how many project files you've written since
Yeah,
you
where
started.
are you at?
I'm at like 12 something.
Oh.
12:30.
You probably would have me beat.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, there's a lot of days where, you know, I work on a thing for 20 minutes, save it, and then I'm like, that's next.
Yeah.
So there's a good like 20% of that is bullshit.
Totally.
Yeah.
I didn't
It
learn
would
like
be the
file
same for me.
I didn't learn file organization until like maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So no way. Yeah,
Better late than never.
it couldn't be numbered.
Yeah.
No, now it hurt my feelings, dude. There's somewhere it's just like if I lose it, I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
I've
right?
definitely lost hard drives before, like in the early days, where it's just like, fuck. All right,
Yeah.
start over.
Right.
So
I mean, renders is not
I don't know
a
if
good, accurate representation.
No, I'm not. It's not like it's this number here at the bottom end.
That's the time. 9:21.
But how are all three?
Oh, no?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe you're right because none of these are not in a
None of them are not.
722.
They're not in order either.
Well, no, but there's no
Yeah, 21.
not a time. 11:37.
Yeah, it's the date and time.
must be
That's
just
how
the date and
Bitwig
time.
kind of saves
Did that say
things.
Raver Gab thing
Yeah.
underscore Skrillex?
Yeah, it's Skrillex.
Skrillex, dude. I was gonna
It's
say all the
Skrillex.
names, like you can see all the like half-ass names where you're like, I don't know, just call it a thing real quick. Some of them they're fun.
They're almost always that.
I also
Yeah.
do love when people.
It's like,
one of
this
the-
is the thing that was inspiring me. Hopefully, I have that.
if somebody can learn anything, if you are one of those people, you need to learn to name your projects as not fuck shit 1 2 3 4 ADZX 7 2 3.
Right. Try a little bit.
Yeah. Give it. Name it something besides that. I don't like bad words. And dude, I love cussing. I don't love bad words in file names where it's just like fuck shit new.
Fuck shit fart.
Yeah, get the
29.
fuck out of here with that.
So-
Hot take.
That's amateur.
That's kind of fun about
Hot
having the
take.
numbers is in the moment I don't have to think of any title whatsoever. You just give it the next number and then you're like, oh, I'll name it later.
Yeah, but I'm
Vibe's
never
right.
gonna find 11:25. Like I'm not gonna remember what vibe it is.
Yeah, that's
At
fair.
least here I know it started with a Gabber rave ting.
That's true. I do always have that problem. Yeah.
Skrillex. Like,
Skrillex.
dude, you got another song.
Oh, we're listening to Skrillex.
Yeah,
now.
we're just gonna listen to a little bit of it, folks, and then we'll do our final segments here.
Babes, Skrillex. Babes.
I made this sign custom for the show. I hope the artist
Beautiful.
sees it.
They can't see it. The camera
They
chops
can
it
see
off.
balls.
Yeah. There you go.
This is an older one, right?
It's like a year.
Not super old.
Only a year?
Not that old. Yeah.
Damn.
The first one was printed.
You got any tracks? You want to tease on the pod? Got some
No, we don't
whiffs?
need to tease more tracks on the pod.
He brought like 3 though. He brought 3 12-minute tracks. We have to play at least 5
3
minutes
12
each.
tracks. No, we're in final
you-
2 segments
No, we're doing
here.
we're doing the end of the pod now.
Okay.
What did you guys tease? David obviously hated it.
Yeah.
Tease.
No, Austin was talking nonsense.
I'm just saying shit.
Austin was saying random nonsense.
I just like,
Basically.
geez, David shut that down.
So,
it's nothing.
folks,
She's like, actually, I do. I have 7.
all right, guys. We're on to our final segment here. Final 2. Excuse me.
Oh,
We have a question from Dave Flipper. He's a
I know that
seal
guy.
out in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yep.
Hey, Dave.
hey Dave.
Shout out Dave.
Dave Flipper.
Shout out Dave Flipper.
Hey.
This is an over-under. Is it overrated? Is it underrated? Keep your answers quick. That's to you guys and to chat. You're allowed to answer. Synplant 2.
Over under.
Over, under. Dave, go first.
Under.
Underrated, he says. Austin, go.
Under.
Any heights, go.
Under.
Oh, shit. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say under.
Yay!
That was the first time we've all agreed on something.
And Vapor Cruise, too. Vapor Cruise in the chat says underrated.
Fuck yeah, Vapor Cruise. He gets it.
Next question from Sky Robinson. Haven't heard from them in a long time.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Look at them.
Been a while. Give us a quick tip on how to give width to a sound. Austin, go.
May not be the best thing, but take an EQ, split it to left-right mode. Just add peaks and notches randomly, almost like a comb filter.
No, it's a fun time.
You get fun, wacky results.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Vapor
Yeah.
Cruise, go.
Put random on the frequency.
Oh, yeah.
On the different frequencies. So
Bonus.
that it moves around.
Yes.
That's a bonus
Changes.
tip. That's not your answer. That's a bonus
That's
tip.
not my answer. No.
Victor, go.
Width is a perspective. Make more things mono.
Oh, fuck the question. Make it mono.
God damn.
I love it.
Dropping
Wow.
knowledge bombs in here.
Wow.
In 2035, people are just going to be producing on one speaker. So get ready.
Vapor Cruise agrees. She says left-right processing, easy.
That a boy.
I will go next with a Bitwig specific tip. It's called Blur. Super easy.
Oh,
Next.
Plur? I love Plur, dude.
No, Blur, as in
Plur. Let's go.
bumpkins love unity and respect.
Damon, whatever the fuck his name is.
Albarn.
Blur.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gorillas.
Yep. I'm coming in with it. Multi-band split.
Oh.
I like this on a bass.
Mm-hmm.
A multi-band split and like a chorus or a flanger or something with like a medium to less medium mix knob on it.
Okay.
On
okay.
like just
On the
top
high
end. On the top.
high end of the split. Just a
Right.
2-band splitter and drag it down until it sounds bad and then drag it back up.
Sure.
go.
Yeah, and
Let's
just
go.
put it on the top end.
Why do they need to make stuff wider?
Dang. We'll
Sounds cooler.
we'll reply to Sky Robinson in time and get an answer just for you.
It's actually, yeah, Sky Robinson.
On to our final segment here, folks. It is a recap. The recap of the week. What did we learn? Episode 143.
All right, recap.
Here we go.
Oh, I like this. This is fun. A little quiz at the end of it.
It's not a quiz. We're just going back over it.
This is just a tag that makes the editing easier
Dicks.
later in the.
What did we learn?
We learned simple waveforms. We talked about that.
Oh, we
bass
don't have to
sounds.
answer. You took notes.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was ready for it.
No. I like you're like, that was me.
Yes.
I talked about that. Subnote saw dude. We also learned FM fun in sound design.
Yep.
What is that?
That was
What's
like
that
the
one?
6 semitones up, 9 semitones up.
Yep.
Oh, but I wasn't. Well, anyway, we weren't talking about FM. We're just talking about stacking.
You were just
we
talking
were
about stacking.
but
Yeah.
I brought up the FM where you mix it together. You're right. That's a good
Oh, okay.
Well, that's double.
You're so stupid.
Gotta edit it.
You're
Right?
so
not
stupid for
stupid.
editing that.
I'm smart. All right. We also talked about rhythms and patterns.
Oh, rap?
Yep, rap. Rhythms and patterns.
yep.
Do we
is
rap?
What
We're
Victor
rapping.
was talking about with his AI, and that brought us to the Combobulator,
Combobulator.
Shout out
which is that
I remember that.
AI by Encanti. Yes, that AI plugin.
Let's go.
And that led us on to more piano.
There's piano in there.
And it also led us to It All Comes From Cum.
What?
Sure.
Yep.
We all come from cum.
It all comes from cum.
It all. Whoa. Now we're getting deep. We're
And-
gonna leaving you some philosophy at the end of this.
And then we were bringing up the rear with talking about noise layers and other noise effects on your sounds. Folks,
Beautiful episode.
thank you so much for joining us on 143.
Victor, thank you for being here and putting up with our stupid shit.
Any Heights is the beautiful voice you've been hearing that isn't mine, David, or Austin's.
Yeah, you know our voices.
Any Heights music? What's the tag? What's the at?
What's the plug?
Anything, the letters N, E, and then the word heights, HEIGHTS for you filthy animals that can't spell.
Damn.
Music.
I can
Not
always
any of
not
that.
figure it out. Those
go, buddy.
EIIs fuck me up.
Yeah.
Can we do our
fucking sick
our
as fuck.
special announcement, or is it too early?
It's too early.
Okay.
We both responded.
I want to.
I know.
I'm
I know.
damn
I do
excited.
too. Folks,
What announcement?
I was expecting something like that.
Yeah.
What announcement?
Yeah.
We don't have an announcement.
We don't have an announcement. I was saying
Maybe
more
one
shit.
day we will.
One day.
Maybe.
If for in preparation for something, I hope you all are writing music in February.
Yeah.
amen, brother.
Aw.
Vapor Cruise, we hope you're riding. To all of our listeners in the future, we hope you're riding. We know you're riding.
Yeah, no announcement, Pog. The announcement is that we're going to be announcing something soon. Pog.
Well, yeah, we're announcing the pre-announcement here soon.
Right.
And the slowest halftime song is probably gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah. So
35
look
BPM
out,
halftime.
look out for the pre-sale for the announcement of the announcement,
Yeah.
and that'll be how you find out.
Look out for the pre-sale. Tickets are $70 just to get into the announcement, which is an additional $140 to get the final announcement.
Correct. All right, folks. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Shout out Any Heights Music.
Later, crew.
Thanks for the subs and the likes. If you don't do it, you should do it now.
Look forward to Any Heights being on episode 420 in 6 years from now.
Yep. And
Are we still here?
we're still here
Oh
a
my
little
god,
bit.
look at the Earth.
Look at
We
the
haven't been
Earth.
to orbit in a bit. Holy
We're
shit.
zooming out quick, dude.
The mics are still on.
I forgot how good it looks up here. Look at us.
I'm just. We're having a good time. Guys, thanks.
We're
so
having
much.
a good time.
We'll see you guys later.